So when I was at the store the other day getting the corned beef, right next to it they had Irish bangers. What are Irish bangers, you say? Well, it turns out they're really just pork sausages. And so if you've ever heard people talk about bangers and mash, what they're talking about is sausages and mashed potatoes. Thinking, oh, that would be a great second kind of meal to do for St. Paddy's Day or anytime you're feeling a little bit of the Irish in you. So what I was going to do was show you how to cook some sausages, which isn't too tough, and it's in a package. And then I was going to do frozen O'Brien potatoes. Well, my producer, which is also known as my wife, decided that that was just a little too cheap to do it that way. So we're not going to make the potatoes that way. We're going to go the old-fashioned way and do some real mashed potatoes. So what you got to do is get about 2 pounds of potato, which is about, or russet potatoes, which is about 4 potatoes, and chop them up into small pieces and pour them into boiling water. Try not to burn yourself. Okay, so while that's happening, why don't we start with the bangers? Because they're going to take a little bit to do too. What you got to do with them is cook them for about 3 minutes on a side so that they get some color to them. And then you throw them in the oven for about 10 minutes at 375. So, yeah, you probably should wait a little while before you start cooking the bangers, but I'm going to start now. So get your bangers going. Put a little oil in the pan. And throw them on and listen to that noise. So let's go for about 3 minutes on a side. And it's going to be really exciting to watch me for the next 6 minutes staring at my bangers. Okay, well, we're up to 6 minutes now. We've got these little suckers. They got a nice little bit of marking on both sides. What you do now is you get out your cooking sheet with spray some oil on it, put these little bangers on it, and then put it in a preheated oven set to 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. I think what I'll do in the meantime is get a couple vegetables ready for the mashed potatoes. So what you need is, you need to get a little bit of cut up thinly sliced red onion and some leeks, same thing, thinly sliced, and we need to cook them. So as this starts cooking down, what you'll want to do is have some sliced up cabbage ready to go. Now what I did is I took about a quarter head of cabbage, and some of it's thin sliced and then some is thin sliced but chopped a little bit, and that portion I'm going to put in with this mixture here. And the other longer pieces uncooked we'll use for something later on. And let's just cook this stuff up. Alrighty, well, it's been about 10 minutes. I've got the onions sauteed with the cabbage. The potatoes are probably just about done. So I'm going to take out the bangers out of the oven so they don't overcook, and set them off to the side to cool a little bit. Alrighty, it's been another about 5 minutes, and it's about what it took to get the potatoes done cooking. So I've drained them out of the water. I did not cool them off with any cold water or anything, because I find it easier to do this with it hot. Now throw in a little bit of butter and start mashing. And then what you're going to need to do is add a little bit of milk. I like to do a little at a time until I get the consistency that I want. See, I got a little fork here, I can taste it. Not bad. And we're going to take the vegetables that we had cooked and stir them in. So here it is, bangers and mash. It's been put on one plate, and I've added a little bit of cabbage on top as a garnish, just to make it look a little bit better. So whether you're going to have bangers and mash or corned beef and cabbage, either would make an excellent meal for an upcoming St. Paddy's Day, or any other time you're just feeling like you want to have a little bit of the Irish with you. This is Jim at J. Chernay Homes & Associates, giving you another episode of Cooking with Scissors. Hope to see you again soon. Bye, y'all.